I'm Allie Day, and this is my story. Before I knew what God's plan was for me, I always wanted to be that kid that went on mission trips, to go on an adventure for God, but I didn't feel like I could. My dad worked for General Motors in Delaware, but when his plant closed in 2009, he got a call that gave him a decision. He could either relocate to Kansas City or become unemployed and start all over with a new job. He moved to Kansas City, Missouri, where he would work for 5 more years until he could retire. That night I went home and read the whole book in one sitting, and I realized that Job hadn't done anything to deserve what happened to him either. God was testing him. And that's the moment when I realized I hadn't done anything. God was testing my strength. I was going on my adventure for God, and it wasn't to some other country, it was here in my own town. I realized through all this that God was teaching me how to love longer and how to be stronger through all this on my own. I realized I had a stronger bond with my dad, even though I only see him a few weeks through the year, than some people have with their fathers through their whole life. God also taught me through this thing that I can't take anything for granted. Each day isn't promised to us. Everything's a gift. As my family and I go through this 5th year, I've looked back and seen how many lives have actually changed through this. I thank God that I've gone through this, because I wouldn't be who I am today if I hadn't. I wouldn't have the best friends I have, such a strong bond with my parents, or helped as many people as I could have. It's not exactly easy with him out there because he isn't home for the things normal parents are. Because you'll see your friend's dad there at school play or at a football game, and you just wish your parents could be there. I mean, you can Skype in and you can write emails and text all day, but it's not the same as having him just there with you. When my dad came home last, it was the beginning of the 5th year, so my family and I are talking about how it's the 4th quarter of the football game and how we just think about the fact that he'll be home in less than a year for good and be home for almost my entire senior year and be there for the most important year of my life when I go to college. It makes it easier to think about that he's going to be home soon. I'm Allie Day, and that's my story.